Royal commentator Richard Eden discussed the news that Kate, the Duchess of Cambridge, has now become the new royal patron of the Rugby Football League and the Rugby Football Union. Mr. Eden remarked the move would be a bitter blow to Prince Harry, who loved the sport and lost the patron when he left the royal family. However, Mr. Eden also looked at the other patronages up for grabs that were left behind by the Sussexes and believed the National Theatre patron should have gone to another royal apart from Camilla, the Duchess of Cornwall. Speaking on Mail Plus Palace Confidential, Mr. Eden was invited to share his thoughts on the new patronages. He explained, "Well, I think in the case of the Duchess of Cambridge, it is a bitter blow to Harry really. He loved rugby and there are lots of photos of Harry watching the rugby in the past, sometimes seated next to Catherine and William. And so to see that handed over to someone else will be difficult for him. But the fact it is the Duchess of Cambridge I think is great because I think it will encourage women to take up rugby, it will help sort of broaden the appeal. You can see from the video of her taking part, really fun video they did, that they want to use it to make the most of the Duchess appeal. So I think overall, they might be quietly pleased. Actually, they've got Catherine instead of Harry." Mr. Eden then looked at Camilla's appointment to the National Theatre but was not convinced she may be the right person for the role. He continued, "In the case of Camilla's appointment at the National Theatre, again, when the Queen gave that patronage to Meghan, and it was a really big thing. Because she was thinking, what could I do that would make Meghan feel welcome, what would really work for her, and she thought as a former actress, making a patron of the Royal National Theatre. And so it was a big thing for her to do, and Meghan there was hardly any time she was involved in it. But I would like to have seen it gone to Prince Edward, who loves the theatre, who actually used to work for Andrew Lloyd Webber's company, and I think he would have been really enthusiastic. I'm sure Camilla will be great, she loves the theatre too. But I just feel that they're sort of sidelining Edward and his family too, and it's an indication that they're not really seen as parts of the future." According to Omid Scobie, journalist and co-author of Finding Freedom, Prince Harry is aware that Kate taking over is just the name of the game. He said, "Harry is very aware that that's just the name of the game. It was rumored very early on that Kate would be taking on the rugby patronages. She's an authentic fan of the sport, so I don't think there'll be any disappointment there, but it's no doubt a bittersweet moment when things that Harry was very passionate about are ending up in the hands of others." Avid sports fan Kate was announced as the new patron of the Rugby Football League and the Rugby Football Union this week. The appointment was confirmed on the Cambridge's Twitter account, with a statement to say that Kate, 40, was excited about her new role. The mum of three said she couldn't wait to work with two fantastic organizations who are committed to harnessing the power that sport can have in bringing communities together and helping individuals flourish. The news comes shortly after it was announced Camilla, Duchess of Cornwall, would be taking over as the patron of the National Theatre, a role previously held by Meghan Markle, Duchess of Sussex. While Harry is likely to have a degree of acceptance around Kate taking over the patron role for England Rugby, Omid says Harry will be disappointed with losing his military honours. The royal expert explained, "I think for him the real disappointment will always lie with losing his military honours. When he stood back from his royal role, he always understood that he would lose his royal patronages, but it was the military titles he really wanted to carry forward, he had earned those." However, Omid assures Harry will remain supportive of his sister-in-law's new role. He adds, "I think, if anything, he'll probably be quite supportive of Kate taking on the new roles and seeing something he was passionate about in safe hands."